coming to you from Naveen Niwas, the official residence of the Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik. One of the most successful popular regional parties of India, BJD, is up against a fight against the BJP this time. The tenor of the fight is different because these are friends turned foes, and at the center of it all is Mr. Naveen Patnaik's trusted former bureaucrat turned full-time politician, Mr. VK Pandian, who's not just implementing the Chief Minister's vision for the state, but also leading the party's campaign. Thank you, Mr. Pandian, for speaking to NDTV. A year ago, we didn't even know how you looked like. And, now that you've become a full-time politician, we hear so much about you. But all that we hear is you consider Mr. Naveen, sir, as your guru.
Absolutely.
Tell me, what are the things that you've learned from him and how are you taking forward his legacy?
Generally, people have a negative impression. You say politician, the first thing it strikes is you move away from that person. General population, that is the general thought process. When I say that he is very different, that's what I meant. That impeccable integrity, hardcore commitment, completely gentle. These are rare qualities you see in political leaders across the world. Yeah. So he is an epitome of grace, right. Epitome of serenity. So whenever you are with him, you feel that you are blessed to witness what he is doing. Right. And you get inspired by him. Right. The commitment, the integrity, hard work.
Right. Mr. Pandian, we know that you've headed 5T, and I was reading about it. It's quite an innovative concept. Your health, Swasthya Biju Swasthya Kalyan Yojana is also. Can you tell me what are the 5 reasons why you think Naveen ji is going to be a record-breaking Chief Minister again?
Only 5 things you want?
To start with.
Actually, he has given confidence to the people of Odisha that they can shine. They can do very well. How he gave that confidence? He took care of their health security. He gave access to quality education. He gave access to quality health care. He is creating an ecosystem for the youth to dream big and achieve their dreams. He is creating an ecosystem for investments to come in. He is creating an ecosystem in which Skilled in Odisha will be a global brand. So these are the things which click for the Honorable CM. And in fact, whatever he does with a Midas touch. If he touches disaster management, we set global benchmarks in disaster management. If he touches sports, we are known as the sports capital of India. He touched poverty, we reduced poverty the fastest in the country. Lifted maximum people above poverty. So in every field, women empowerment, he is the first chief minister to give 50% reservation in local bodies. Then he is the only chief minister or the only party president who has given 33% reservation for women in Lok Sabha, both in 2019 and in 2024. And he carries on what he tells. In fact, one line if I have to tell about Honorable Chief Minister and his connect with people, Kotare nuhe kamare viswas, means he speaks very less, but he works hard for them. And this is something which has ingrained in the people of Odisha.
Okay, that's very interesting, sir. We saw the Chief Minister also file nominations from Western Odisha. There's a lot of talk about that because, last time the BJP did manage to get about 38% vote share. The Chief Minister contesting from Western Odisha this time, what is the political messaging? Is it to also mobilize the cadre there?
In fact, all the 147 constituencies, people want the Honorable Chief Minister to file nomination from their constituencies. He decides 1 or 2 constituencies every time. In fact, it's it's not a political decision, it's an emotional decision, I would say. In the sense that if he wants an area to be developed at the fastest pace, he files nomination there. Like Bijaypur he did. He knows that 40-50% of the area was not under irrigation. He wanted to do something substantial for that place. In 3 years, he has provided irrigation to 40,000 acres. He lifted water 30 meters from Hirakud dam, gradient, used pipelines for 150-160 kilometers and got water for Bijaypur. Last term he stood from Bijaypur. This term he is standing from Kantabanji. He wants that he should create a huge impact in Kantabanji's development profile. Perhaps he thinks that Kantabanji needs more focus. Okay. It is more that kind of an emotion, developmental emotion, than a political strategy, I would say.
Right. Sir, before we take off for your thing, I also wanted to ask you, the BJP has been personally attacking you in that 25-page document. Do you sometimes feel, because you also work very hard, do you feel a little slighted when that happens, or do you think that this is politics and, you should get used to it?
I draw inspiration from our Honorable Chief Minister. He has been attacked like anything throughout his years. Last 24 years, I think first 10, 15 years, he has been attacked so badly. So when I asked him, sir, how do you manage? You are like, you don't get ruffled at all. How do you manage it? He said that you look at the poorest of poor person eyes. When they smile at you, they have that hope that this man will do something for you. It's worth it to take any attack. Okay. So that is the inspiration which I got from Honorable CM. And you will see in the crowd today how people respond to me emotionally, what connect they have, and what smiles they bring in.
Right.
So that actually inspires and makes us insulated from these frivolous and ridiculous attacks, which has no basis.
Yes, sir. And you've always said that you're Indian by birth, but Oriya is your breath. So, how does your association with Odisha, I know that, you come from the south of India, you're from Punjab, Kadar, but you also have worked in Odisha for a long time. How do you, sort of relate yourself to this identity, sir?
My identity in Odisha is Naveen Babu's workhorse. That is the only identity I have. This guy will work and he will deliver and he will be committed to the state. Whether I was sub-collector or collector or whatever post I have held, people have respected, people have loved me because I have put my heart and soul for the people. Okay. And here also I am doing that as part of Honorable Chief Minister's team. And he inspires us to do much more work. Okay. So that is the identity I have. I don't have any other identity in Odisha. It's my karma bhumi. I am doing my karma here.
So no split voting amongst people this time? That won't happen? Because that's something you're really focused on. I see you with two Shankar everywhere. So is that something you're really focused on? That 12 seats that, I think you guys won out of 21 last time. You want to increase it this time and also in assembly elections?
Absolutely. Yes. Last time in 2019, we lost 8 seats, Lok Sabha seats. 9 seats. Out of that, 8 went to BJP and 1 went to Congress. If you take the BJP seats, they won with 10,000, 20,000 margin. In a Lok Sabha, it's very easy to manage that kind of a margin. So we thought that we should put extra efforts because till that time there was no thought process about focusing on Lok Sabha. Till 2019, we never thought about it. So that is the change in strategy that we have to focus on Lok Sabha as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. We'll continue this conversation. So, Mr. VK Pandian and I are going to Panchanagar. This is a place in Ganjam district, the home district of not just Naveen Patnaik but also Biju Patnaik, who've been the chief ministers of the state for almost 35 years. And this is Mr. Pandian preparing to go for his meeting. This is his action taken report. Sir, before every meeting, do you prepare like this?
Yeah, that is our chief minister's style of functioning. He always directs us that whenever you go to a place, you have to go with the hisab to the people. That's how you should be accountable with democracy. So that's how you build trust with people. So last time I visited this place on August 26th. So we had received about 300 petitions. So how many petitions are disposed of? How much funds have been sanctioned? Which problems they could it solve? So that hisab he wants us to give. So in every constituency, wherever I go, I give this hisab to them.
So, Pandian, I wanted to ask you, you are known as the 4 a.m. man. You also sort of run, meditate. Tell us, how do you kind of take care of yourself in this heat, in this campaign? What are the things that you do to improve for yourself to keep your sanity?
I think the first thing is that if you don't have any vested interest, you feel light. And if you don't have ego, you will further feel light. Meditation helps in both these things. You are clear about what you want to do. Life is too short and temporary. One should make it meaningful, beautiful as much as possible. So if one has this approach, then it's very light and with no stress at all. And I do a lot of sports. I play basketball, I play squash. Sometimes I play cricket. I run every day.
Sports has always been your interest. You were in fact trained to be a sports athlete. Tell us, what kind of achievements does Odisha have in terms of sports facilities? Another interest is temples. You were showing me the corridor. These two interests of yours. Tell us, how has that reflected in your work for Odisha?
I was trained to be an athlete, middle distance runner. I was in sports hostel. I left after 12th standard. So I know the ecosystem of sports. And when you know the ecosystem of sports, you are very sensitive to the requirements of sports persons and how you build the ecosystem. So a little bit of my experience has helped the state, and Naveen Babu has given that freedom to do little more for sports, because he strongly believes that the investment in sports is investment in youth. Investment in youth is investment in future. So he thinks that he believes that sports will have a huge impact in a positive manner in youth. So he wants that to build self-confidence, to be disciplined, to be punctual, to have that determination. All these characters come with sports. So he wants to inculcate a culture of sports in the state, which is already there. He's just lighting it up to have that burning desire.
Sir, in terms of the Parikrama corridor, I know there's a lot of work that has gone in, but people also think that this was your way of preempting the Hindutva narrative of the BJP. How do you react to that? And also, there are ministers in the cabinet who have said that glossy tiles and plastic pots do not constitute as development. How do you counter that, sir?
Honorable Chief Minister, he respects the faith of every citizen, whether it is Hinduism or Christianity or Islam or Sikhs or our tribal brothers and sisters who have their own gods. He has not done it only for Hindus. He has done it for everyone. He has renovated thousands of temples in the state. He has renovated hundreds of mosques, churches, some masjids, as well as the prayer place of our tribal population. So he has taken it for everyone. He is completely inclusive. But Sri Mandir Parikrama project, it was basically taken up because there were always security alerts, security threat. We all know that all the temples, big temples, you get security threats once in a while. You get those alerts. In the past, temples have been attacked. In case of Sri Mandir, it was surrounded in all sides by huge number of lodges. From where somebody wants to plan an attack, they can do at any time. So CF wanted first to ensure security of the temple. Number two is, in Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, one of the main ways of offering prayer is Parikrama. People are not able to do Parikrama even though it is one of the main char dhams of the country for Hindus. So these are the two objectives. Third objective would be pilgrim facilities. So he made a corridor of 75 meters all surrounding the temple. Because of this, there are no lodges, no traffic, no free access to anyone and everyone surrounding the temple. So the security is ensured. For generations of people will remember Naveen Babu for what he has done for Sri Mandir, both in terms of pilgrim experience, both in terms of religious experience, and also the security of the temple. But people with vested interests who want to play politics in religion, like in our case, the central minister, desperately tried his level best to stop the corridor from coming up. He used all central agencies, whether it is ASA or NMA, every agency to delay the process, to get it settled. He motivated people to go up to the Supreme Court, who put cases. He was openly critical of the project, along with Mr. Sapraj Dasanagi, the MP of Bhubaneswar. They took a public stand. So the Honorable CM had the support of the people, and with Lord's blessing, Supreme Court cleared the project. That's how the project came up, and now people are so happy. They get a blissful experience. People say it, ignoring Gajapati Maharaj, who is the head of the temple administration trust, that last 400 years, nothing substantial has taken. That was the way. We should give the credit to all the Sevaites and others who are living on surrounding the temple. They voluntarily came forward and donated it for a greater cause. Now the temple looks so divine, so blissful, and people think it is a reflection of Odia pride.
Pandian, when is Puri getting an airport, and what is the state government? I know there is a limited role that the state government can play in that, but Puri does deserve an airport because you have so many pilgrims coming every day.
So the international airport bidding has been done already. Last 3 years we have been following it up. So the bid is out. Hopefully we should have it in the next 3 years. It's not just the international airport which is coming. It's the Chief Minister's vision of building a new Odisha. Puri will be an economic backbone for the state. in terms of religious tourism, in terms of getting new world economy, in terms of getting spiritual economy going in that place. Because you have Chilka on one side, Bay of Bengal on the other side, Sri Mandir, and nearby you also have the Konark. So all these put together forms a great combination for giving impetus to the economy as a whole.
Pandian, I was looking at some numbers. Odisha is doing well in terms of fiscal prudence, also social indicators, also, removing people from poverty. But there are other aspects like investments or, development. The state has too much to achieve. What are your big goals? What are your government's biggest goals if you come to power the next term?
So, in terms of investment, manufacturing investment, which every state tries to get, we are number 2 just after Maharashtra. We have the highest investment intent. Why this kind of investment is coming? What? Because of the ecosystem which Chief Minister has created. Clean, transparent government, complete law and order, and the entire ecosystem is cleaned up. In addition to that, we are the most revenue surplus state in the country. So when we commit that we give 33% capital investment subsidy, we'll be able to walk that out. Many states who are competing with us, their financial situation is not so good, so they won't be able to walk that out. That is one of the reasons why we are getting so much investments, huge investments we are getting. So Chief Minister's vision is by 2036, when Odisha will be celebrating its 100 years of state formation, he wants state to go to the next level. So from 2024 to 2034, 10 years, the 2-year buffer to achieve his targets, he wants to change the face of Odisha and make it a top 3 states in the country. He will be competing with international destinations. To that end, he wants to invest heavily in youth. He wants youth to be the engine of transformation of Odisha. So he is going to invest in getting skills, attracting investments, higher education, technical education, anything and everything to do with youth he is going to do. In fact, he has planned a budget for youth, special budget for youth. You might have heard about states doing agriculture budget, climate budget, gender budget. We'll be the first state to do a youth budget, and we'll make youth to participate in the youth budget. We should get new world economy. We should diversify from mineral-based economy to new world economy where more jobs will come. We should strengthen service sector. So these are all the vision of what happens here, and we'll be part of a team who will implement this in time frame.
Mr. Pandian, talking about politics, if the BJP and the BJD had come together, into 1998, and also after that, the vote share went up to beyond 557%, it could have been a win-win situation. Why did the alliance talks fail? And now what is the situation, sir?
I had told earlier also, it's not the electoral arithmetic which motivated whatever talks happen. It's to do with two great leaders and their sense of statesmanship for a larger cause. That is what I felt. So there was no organic structured talks which happened, so never the alliance failed. So I put it that way. It is between two great statesmen who wanted to do something for a larger cause. Maybe some people didn't understand that.
But sir, post-poll, I'm asking you a speculative question. In politics, nothing is sort of permanent. Do you see a possibility of BJD at least supporting the BJP? Because, BJD has always been in support of the central government policies. Do you see that thing happening even after polls?
We are in an election, middle of the election. We should not answer hypothetical questions now. We are in fight now. We have to fight it out.
And how do you rate the BJP saying that they'll get around 16 seats this time? Is there more attention being given to parliamentary seats by the BJP?
Actually, 1 year back we had the Panchayat elections. It's a simple election. BJP lost all 30 districts. We have 30 districts. BJD got a historic mandate. We won 30 out of 30 districts. So their cadre are very demoralized. So to motivate them, they are doing all this number game of 60 seats, and we'll wait for the results. I would roughly say that BJD will get much more than what it got in 2009.
In national politics, there's a big debate going on reservations. Congress is saying that BJP will change the constitution if it gets 400 seats. BJP is saying that Congress will give Muslim quotas. How do you, as somebody sitting in Odisha, how do you view this debate, especially with the Congress position on this?
I think it is more to go attract people for votes. If they are seriously committed about these things, they should be talking about for why sometime before, not after the elections are announced. Whatever issues people discuss during the elections, this is all to attract voters and vote. And people of India are very smart to understand this vote bank politics. So
Is Congress rising in Odisha a little bit, because we saw Shrikant Jaina and some people joining back the Congress. Rahul Gandhi is saying that BJD and BJP are in a marriage sort of a situation. How do you view this? Is there any possible, because there was hope that the Congress will become the main opposition in Odisha when the speculations were going on about ties between BJD and BJP. How do you view the Congress, specifically Rahul Gandhi's comment?
Rahulji's comments I had informed earlier also, he should not talk about marriage. He's a bachelor. And their party is having unethical relationship with BJP in some specific parliamentary constituencies. It's very sad that a national party like Bacchus is being sold out in pieces in Odisha. I'm saying with all responsibility that it is being sold out.
Across the state or in some seats, sir?
In some seats at least, one can easily see it. And the leadership is not taking any stand, or the state leadership has surrendered for this sellout.
Sir, I also wanted to ask you, in Chhattisgarh, there are Maoist Naxalite encounters happening. You have worked very closely in Naxal districts. Tell me, what is Odisha thinking about this? Is there a threat of that in Odisha as well?
At the peak, we had 19 districts under Naxal threat. Then it became 30 districts. We were also covered under the left-wing extremism special funding. Thanks to our Honorable Chief Minister's commitment to root out extremism and his faith on two-pronged strategy. One is that they are all finally, part of the state. You motivate them to surrender. He had a great surrender policy. On the one hand, we went all out against the hardcore elements. On the other hand, those who want to come and join the mainstream, the Chief Minister facilitated them. So a large number of Naxals without their arms and came forward and surrendered. And the rehabilitation package which the Chief Minister gave was a very generous package. And he walked the town. In fact, when World Cup hockey was happening, he made the surrendered Naxals to come and sit with him and watch the World Cup hockey. That is the commitment he has towards bringing in those youth back into mainstream. So both growth, development, as well as strong action has helped Odisha. Now we hardly have in 1 or 2 districts very small patches. In fact, we don't have bullets and landmines anymore. That is the transformation which Naveen has done, which the double engine is trying so hard to do it. That's what I made in my speeches as well. Peace is very important for prosperity to happen, development to happen, and Naveen Babu has ensured that. In fact, we got very good cooperation from the central government to do this. I must accept and acknowledge them back.
Where else do you think that the centre was instrumental in giving you the support that the state needs, sir?
I think Naxalism is one front we got. In other fronts, I think they still have a lot of expectations. Like, for example, the coal royalty. Odisha is a coal-bearing state. People say that yours is a mineral-rich state. Why you are not developing? But all the money goes to ordinary coal fields as profit. 30,000 crores, 30,000 crores. Alco makes its profits, takes it outside. NDTV makes profit. So if coal is a major source of income, the coal income goes out, we get very less. Our royalty has not been reversed for a long time. So these are issues in which we need much more cooperation from the sector. And then in terms of disaster management, the Honorable CM has been requesting for special support. Just taking the kind of vulnerable situation the state is in because of its geographical location. It's in the neck of a peninsula. When a state is situated in the neck of the peninsula, every cyclone is a threat to that place. So how much your economy will support? At least on this one criteria, center should support us with extra support. In fact, so these are some of the sectors in which we will need the center support. And then if somebody with individual vested interest wants to stall projects, whether it is Srimandir project or the coastal road project or the capital region road project, that should not be allowed to happen. That on a one-to-one basis, one tries hard and get it sorted out. But as a system, these things need review.
One of the last questions, sir. Do you like yourself to be seen as a CM in waiting or a devoted soldier of Naveen Babu?
I would always, my identity will be a worker for Naveen Babu. And if I get imbibe his values and do whatever good work I can, I'll be very happy. I would like to be seen as a devotee of Naveen Babu and devotee of Lok Sabha.
How would you manage to sort of keep your own party workers and party leaders? How have you made them understand that you're there to serve them, you're there to work with them, and not really, become their successor, which you have said that you're not, there is time for that, right?
I have been working with the party for a long time now because CM office is a political office. On the political records come to the Chief Minister's office. I used to be Secretary to the Chief Minister. So I have a rapport with most of the leaders, and I have taken care of whatever requests come for their area, for issues involved in their areas. So I have got a rapport with that for quite some time. And people see the commitment and dedication, so you earn your respect. That's how the what speech.
Last question, sir. You come from Tamil Nadu. Do you miss that state? Sometimes you visit there, sometimes because you're a full Odia, and I saw you the entire day today. You eat Odia food, you speak Odia. How do you miss Tamil Nadu a little bit, and what do you have to say about that?
Actually, one doesn't have time to miss anything. I am a person who lives completely in the present. You ask me why you are stress-free. One of the reasons is meditation. You learn to be living in present. Don't think about past or don't think about future. Be present. When you are in present, you are happy. That's how I handle it. I have too much into work right now, so don't have much time to miss anything in life.
So, last question, absolutely. PM Modi coming back for the third term and CM Naveen Patnaik coming back for his sixth term, a record-breaking day. Do you think both are happening, or do you think one is happening?
I know one is 100% happening. I don't have much idea nationally to tell about, but I think they have an edge vis-a-vis the other parties to form the government.
Why do you say that, true?
All the surveys are showing, all your national surveys are showing, and all the predictions are coming. That's how I see it. I don't have a first-hand information to give a solid, I have to put a solid standing on this. But in case of the state, I can tell with all conviction, with all humility, that Naveen Babu is sleeping cupboards. That is key to Naveen Odisha and Naveen to Naveen Odisha.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pandian. Thank you, sir. You of the women vote coming to BJD yet again.
Woman bless Honorable CM in large numbers. So we are super confident that women will always bless BJD and CM. He does so much for the women of the state.
What are the things that he does exclusively for women?
He has got a program called Mission Shakti. 7 million women are part of the Mission Shakti program. And he has given 33% reservation for women in Lok Sabha.
Mr. Pandian, your Insta account is also quite a subject of discussion. How do you manage to keep that up?
It's a way of connecting to people because people are opposing faith. So I make it as far as possible, I manage it.
So that was VK Pandian, Naveen Patnaik's trusted bureaucrat, now turned full-time politician, also leading the campaign for BJD. Some say that he's a CM in waiting. Some others say that he's a devoted soldier of Naveen Patnaik. We are in Polsara, and this place is specifically significant because this is where Lord Jagannath was kept for 18 days when Muslim invaders attacked this region. So he's campaigning here, and BJD is hoping to increase its tally 21 12 seats that it got last time of 21, and hoping to make sure that it wins not just parliamentary elections